Welcome everyone, we're back with another episode of Friday Night Lights. This is season 4, episode 10, and it's called I Can't.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I have an immediate theory.
Go on.
Would you like me to run with it?
Yep.
Immediate theory is that she can't go ahead with the abortion.
Yeah, that's probably going to be it, to be fair.
Ah.
Yeah, let's get into it.
Is that what
Yeah. I didn't actually have anything for it.
You heard that and you were just like, wow. Like, what? Where's he plucked that
Messiah
one from?
has spoken again.
Messiah has spoken. I just can't think of anything else because the last episode we had the turning on the lights at
Carroll Park.
Yeah. It was a little bit standalone. The main thing we kind of saw there was a real involvement from Buddy and Ray. Yep. And that hasn't really been there this season.
He's sort of building, I wouldn't say raise a booster, but he's getting some backers together, isn't he? Like, they helped him with the Carroll Park thing. Yeah, and Buddy's going to be, down the line, a booster for the Lions. And we saw Ray come out of shell. I know you really enjoyed that part. And Coach poached a little bit of talent as well for next year.
Yes.
The young lad who played on the other team. So
we're going to be seeing him in season 5.
Yes, hopefully. But it did feel a little bit standalone. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, no, 100%. Do you think that Ray is going to sack Vince, or do you think he's just going to have his back?
I just hope that he can be the father figure that Vince needs right now. He's got a coach as well, I suppose. But Vince is Ray's helping him out. He's sort of giving him a job. Yeah. He knows he needs it. Sort of trying to steer him in the right direction. So hopefully that carries on. But we know there's something brewing between his daughter.
He wants to be with his daughter, so that's going to cause a bit of.
He hasn't said a word to Landry in about 2 weeks. Do you remember that
episode?
Oh
yes, I do. Yeah, Landry has no idea what's going on. He doesn't know if he's his best friend, worst enemy. He hasn't got a clue.
Even at the end, he just bumped him on the chest and walked off.
Definitely, but. Yeah, no, well, whatever it is then. Nick's not submitting a guess, it's just me this time. But
I haven't got anything better than that.
I can't, usually don't. Let's jump into this one. Please give the episode a like if you haven't done so already, and we hope you enjoy.
There is our own star on the football field, Luke Cafferty. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done.
Would you think it's a religious connection they've purposely shown us there? As to why he doesn't want the abortion.
I think so, yes. Yeah. Maybe it's going to be him then who can't, not her.
Tight end clear. Slot receiver crosses underneath. You hold, you hit.
All right, so what if the receiver's taking too long? And then, the defense is in my face then?
You let the tight end clear.
So I see you doing a delayed drag. So you finna start putting in timing patterns.
Thinking about it,
yeah. Mm-hmm.
Ray's going to be the QB coach. He was the quarterback, wasn't he?
Yeah, I think so.
Of the 83 team.
Maybe.
Step in, QB coach, bosh.
Yeah. Well, I woke up this morning and I'm still pregnant, so had better days. Kind of puts that B- I got in geography into perspective.
Need to talk to your mom.
Why?
She'll understand.
You don't know her.
Imagine if she misreads the situation of Vince's rigs.
That's what I was going to say.
Starts like punching him in the face.
Sorry, Coach isn't here right now, but he should be back.
Said that last episode.
Everything all right? Come on in.
It's actually for a friend of mine.
Tim, I think it'd be a good idea if you wait outside for a moment.
I don't think she believes him. She knows what Rick's like.
Yeah, does have a bit of a past, doesn't he?
Have you told your parents?
No.
Do you think it would put you in any kind of harm, any kind of physical or emotional harm?
No.
Okay.
What should I do?
You have free medical assistance available to you throughout your pregnancy. There's a teen clinic.
What if I don't want to have the baby?
I can direct you to literature for that.
At least you told someone.
Yeah. Probably one of the best people to tell as well.
Yeah.
To get the...
You can even tell there, obviously, abortion's conflicted with Tammy's beliefs, but she still reacts helpfully and will give her everything that she needs.
Yeah, that's it.
At first, when she thought it might have been Tim's, that's funny.
Yeah,
I say funny, I mean, it's quite a serious situation.
Yeah, I know, but it's funny his reputation precedes him.
Yes. Let's go now, Todd. Good splits now, come off the ball.
Vince, come here.
Ray's going to coach him. He's definitely.
You get his feet on me, he'll be all right.
Quite contrary. Y'all watch Pittsburgh.
This is crap. This is not even something that should go into our bodies. That's not even funny, Becky. Why would you... You're not kidding me? You're telling me right now that you're pregnant. You're not. Damn it, Becky!
What kind of a friend?
Do you remember that guy, Ryan, who works for Habitat?
Ryan, okay.
Yeah.
Coach already.
But I gotta go do homework, and I love you guys.
It's very strange,
Well,
honey.
wait a
I
second.
don't know.
Why did he come over?
I don't know what his involvement is. I'll tell you one thing, though. She needed someone to talk to.
What do you think Coach is thinking? I don't know. I would think Tammy's like the #1 person in the town that someone in a tough spot would speak to in that scenario.
Yeah, definitely.
Tell me she's just asleep.
Mom.
She hasn't relapsed, has she?
Oh, that's what I was thinking. She's been doing really well.
I need an ambulance to 2609 Chavez, apartment 23.
But definitely or possibly relapsed.
Yeah.
You're gonna be just fine. Mm-hmm. You're gonna be all right. Mom, why do you keep doing this to yourself? Oh, I don't know if I can do it by myself. Mm-hmm. I can't do it by myself, Mom.
He was nearly out on his own, like, that close.
Yeah.
I can't even imagine what that's like to have only one parent in the picture and then be that close at that age to losing them like that.
Yeah, it's crazy.
You know what I want to talk about?
You haven't told anyone, have you?
No.
Is that seriously the last thing I need right now?
I didn't.
This is my problem, and I'm figuring it out on my own.
Might not be the best place to be talking about it.
No.
Fixing cars is delicate, man. I don't need you walking around here touching on things.
Just relax.
Right?
He didn't even touch anything.
So it's 140 altogether. All set.
There's no way they're going to be able to keep this under wraps.
No.
This isn't necessary. You don't have to go through the whole procedural blah, blah, blah.
It probably does.
Yeah.
I understand. I just, this is state mandated, everything that I'm saying.
It's unbelievable. I'm supposed to listen to some right-wing doctor give me a trip, take another day off from work so he can tell us we're trash. You were gonna be fine.
The more this episode goes on, the more I think she's not going to go through with it.
Yeah, I'm starting to lean that way as well. That's definitely what she needs. I was going to say that. She needs some help.
Yeah.
Some sort of rehab.
There are also private rehab centers out there.
Okay.
Like...
Oh, he's going to need the money.
He's going to need the money, yeah.
Okay.
This looks pretty expensive.
Yeah.
Look, you're not looking at me telling me that I can't coach Vince because he's black and I'm white out here.
That's not what I'm saying.
What are you saying? See, now, it's one of those pretty irritating conversations that we have.
Look, I don't understand Vince because I'm black. I understand him because he's me.
Ray did say you don't know how to talk to him, which I'm guessing that led Coach to thinking it was a white-black thing. I kind of get that, but Ray said no once.
See, I wouldn't have thought about it that way. I just would have thought that he meant I didn't know how to talk to Vince.
Yeah.
He has to know the plays. I'm not stupid.
Because they're black.
Look, would you stop it with
I
that?
know the kid's got talent. I'm just trying to give him a skill set. Can we have 2 more, Robin, please?
A lengthy conversation.
Yeah.
Where's your car?
Stop.
Oh, no. Chop shop. Stolen.
Oh, no way.
Go around back.
Stolen chop shop. They're going to literally give Coach's car to the Riggin brothers.
So it is.
Oh. Ah, never mind.
There it is.
Oh, I thought I was onto something then.
Same.
Billy, we can't keep
Sort
doing
of
this.
car
We're
people
begging to
walk
get
away
busted.
from.
I know, I get it, okay? We can't get him crushed anymore.
Oh, hey, I got another idea.
What's your
Take
idea?
him out to the lake.
Just take the car frames out to the lake and just dump them in the lake. We could bury him.
I don't say anymore because I just look like an idiot a minute ago.
No, but yeah, that's a shout with the lad. Rick was thinking on that one.
The other day it was gonna rain on Friday. How is that?
How's what?
Yeah, I mean, it must be weird. You know, everyone out there in the rain.
That dreaded first meet.
Yeah.
She ain't here.
Well, actually, I came to talk to you. $4,000.
So what kind of trouble you in?
It's not me.
He's going to have to tell him, right?
Between you and I,
Yeah?
I've been trying to get my mom checked into a rehab center.
Don't they have programs, for low-income housing? I'm saying no to the money, but not to you. I'm proud of you for coming to me and asking me, because I know it ain't easy, and I know you trying to do something with your life now.
I can never get you to come to Caleb's games or show up to the Lions games when I'm dancing on the sidelines.
He has a lot of regret or anger, I think, about the 83.
Yeah.
Can't sleep? How's the hip?
It's good.
They're very, very religious, aren't they? I'm guessing that's why that intro was there, to show that
Yeah.
There's a girl, and I got her
we
pregnant.
hadn't seen that.
I got a girl pregnant. I really didn't mean to disappoint you. I'm sorry.
We never saw anything come of his medication that he got, all the extra meds.
Okay, they're running wing trips, double slant.
I don't get it, Coach. Why are you telling us to play?
I'm telling you because I want you to sack Vince.
He told him to play, but Coach told him to do what he wants.
Yeah.
Not wait for the delayed third receiver. If you see something, go for it.
Yeah.
Your father told me what's happened.
I couldn't keep something like this from your mother.
Mary and Joseph thought they were in a situation too at first.
Becky and me are not Mary and Joseph, Mom.
I feel like they're going to complicate things.
Mm-hmm. Funny, we said all along the adults need to know, and now they do know. It feels even more complicated than before.
How did you figure out how to get up here?
Well, any place I go, I look for the highest building.
That is not helping me to envision the whole landscape.
Where are you headed?
I don't know.
Look.
What?
That's you seeing the world.
Would it be the worst thing for her to go for
Maybe
a little
not.
while? I
I
mean,
mean, she wasn't sold on the schools.
No, and I know their coach and Mrs. Coach are going to hate it, but I mean, who says it has to be forever? Maybe she does need to re-find herself.
Yeah, maybe.
Doesn't mean she's going to end up being with this guy forever, but maybe just getting out there and finding out who you want to be.
Yeah.
I don't want to hear about it right now, Tim. This hole, never gonna be big enough, Billy. You know what, man? I am sick of your lame-ass attitude. This is it. No more illegal crap, no more chop shop. We're done. It's over, Billy. And I want you to stop yelling at me because I didn't go to college. Anything else? Yeah. And I also want to be a partner.
None of the storylines that are running now, I can't see how any of them just go away.
No. Yeah.
I have an appointment for my abortion.
Sale sign up for himself.
My mom knows she's coming with me.
Good.
It's just really obvious that my mom wants me to have this abortion, have the baby, and then I spend the rest of my life resenting it. Or her. Do you think I'm going to hell if I have an abortion?
Think about what's important to her and what she wants.
There's the episode title.
Yeah.
You gotta get the truck back inside. So that you can't use your speed.
Appreciate that.
We got the money.
You know, I'm going to be home real soon.
I'm hoping Ray pulled off a miracle and it wasn't that he went to Kyle.
Yeah.
For today, the total bill will be $4,000. How did you want to pay for that?
Cash in an envelope.
Yeah.
So she just counted that quickly.
He's dropped him off. Yeah.
Yeah.
There it is.
Yeah.
Really need to know that you're not, that I will be there. No matter what. Are you all right?
Parents are not going to let this slide, are
Yeah,
they?
I'm
This is
fine.
going to get out, isn't it?
It was the right thing to do.
Yeah.
I just wonder if that's going to be the end of that now. Is that going to be it, or is it going to be his parents are going to react really badly to this? And
yeah, what can they do or say though? Really?
Do you know what? I've never got myself caught up in any situation ever in my entire life.
Okay.
As clean cut as anyone could ever be. And I'm just wondering when it comes down to an abortion, the male has no say.
I mean, they can have a say, but I'm very much on the side of her body, her choice.
Yeah.
Like, ultimately, it's down to her what happens. She's the one that's got to have that baby inside her. So
what I mean is I'm thinking about the angle his parents might come at this at, and
they'll come from a religious angle that abortion is inherently wrong, and
okay,
that's what they will say. But yeah, it's
it'd almost be better off just saying that she lied to protect her from his parents,
or maybe she lost it.
Maybe it was all made up. Yeah. Because, I just wondered how this is going to get out of there and they're going to make a big thing out of this. It's going to maybe drag her and her mum into the picture.
Yeah, or it might be one of these storylines just
done. Yeah, just done. Yeah, fair point. Yeah,
it's a mad situation that I just would not ever want to be like caught up in on either side.
No.
I can't imagine what she's going through, and Luke obviously is going through a lot, and he knows what his parents' beliefs are. He knows he's got to try and he didn't really get a chance, but support Becky as well as processing his own feelings. It's just a mess, like from start to finish when it happens that young, and you don't really have the support to deal with it. Like her mum didn't really support her in giving her all the options like Mrs. Coach did. His parents wouldn't give her all the options either. They'd be like, no. You're keeping it, and her mum was very much abortion. So there's no like. So yeah, it must be.
Well, look at how she positioned what her mum thinks of her. She sees herself as her mum's mistake. Now, whether that's how her mum actually refers to her or has referred to her, or if that's just how she sees herself, whatever it is, it's not good. And
no,
it was a powerful moment. I felt the conversation between her and Mrs. Coach, and I did wonder if an element of that conversation was the preparation for Mrs. Coach to hear what's potentially coming from Julie in the next episode or so, with the whole supporting her decision. And I'm not saying Julie's pregnant, but with Julie going away.
I think she's going to go that way.
Yes, and I think now is she going to remember that conversation and the advice she gave out, and is she going to apply that to that situation? Because with Julie, right, has Julie finished school now, or is she in her final year? She's not going to drop out, right?
Well, she came in very late after having plans and said, I've got homework. So she must be in her last year looking at colleges now.
Right.
Because obviously the football season is underway, so it must be getting towards maybe the end of the year-ish, because they said about not being able to get his mum into the rehab till January.
Right.
So we're looking probably towards the end of the year. So she'll be looking at colleges for when she does graduate at the end of the school year.
And the years over there, academically, do they follow a whole year? Because it feels as though he was having to wait for January, a month, so it feels like we're kind of November time at the moment.
Yeah.
So that would be very early in the year. So the only thing I can think of that might happen there is if she's considering dropping out of school to travel, that could be a whole different ballgame.
She would have to, because I think their academic years follow kind of like similar to ours, where we have like our summer break around the same time they have their summer break.
Okay.
So yeah, she would have to drop out of school. She was living with him.
That's gonna be a biggie. That is gonna be a biggie.
She wouldn't even graduate high school, let alone go on to college.
So that's gonna be a biggie then. That is gonna be a biggie. Yeah, you have to let us know about the academic years if we've got that right, or if there is a different structure to it. Rig, out of the side trade that we now definitely know is still ongoing, he's going to be partner, and it seems as though he's just got out. They buried all the frames somehow in what must be the world's biggest hole.
I was trying to picture it. Are they burying the frames whole, or are they getting like a grinder and grinding them up into long bits of metal? Then, because that would make more sense.
I don't even know.
If they're able to break them up,
that hole must be massive. Yeah. Like whatever's happening, if they used something to then just build dirt around it, someone's going to drive by and be like, that weren't there yesterday. That thing is huge. But Billy, either Billy doesn't want to get out or Billy can't get out.
He might be getting used to the money.
I wondered that, because when sometimes I would imagine in these situations like you actually can't get out, but then the scrap dealer removed himself from the situation, seemingly anyway at this point with relative ease. Yeah. Whereas Billy, it does feel like the money's going through his mind. But Billy has so much to lose right now. He is playing with fire.
With the scrap dealer, I'm guessing he works for Billy, so it's easier for him to get out. But Billy's working for the gang, so it's going to be harder for Billy to get out.
Yeah, well, scrap dealer doesn't work for anyone, does he? He just either accepts or declines anything someone
But he's under no obligation from an armed gang, if you like, to carry on doing what he's doing. It's down to the brothers to get rid of the stuff. But I just wonder, because I do think it's going to carry on. How's he going to carry on? Because they're going to need to use the shop. But Rig is going to be in the shop. He's now a partner as well. So I don't know how Billy's going to work it.
He'll go back to doing it out of hours, but it's going to get out of control. I think they were doing it out of hours anyway, mainly. They weren't doing it during the day, because we saw their customers in there and they basically just covered everything up that wasn't meant to.
That's what I mean, but Rig's going to see that cover up.
As if that guy would have wanted to have toyed with the cover anyway. I've never once been in a garage and thought, I wonder what's under there.
Yeah.
Although I must admit, do you know what? Dodgy story time, right? Once, I had an issue with my car.
He was running the chop shop.
And and I got a contact from someone who said, go see this guy. He's in a place. And anyway, I got the sat-nav out, and the sat-nav wouldn't actually run to the place. And I had to go off-road.
He'll ask you 4 questions when you get there.
Yes. Honestly, right? So I'm going up there. I've never spoken to this person before. And I'm driving up like this gravel road. And then it turns into like pure just like rocks almost, just like little ones, smaller ones. I'm driving around it, can't see any road anymore. It's night. It's night time. I got to this shop. It was a paint job that I needed done, and I literally pulled into this place, and I kid you not, when I pulled in, I just couldn't help but notice there was a lot of plastic sheets all over the floor.
Dexter.
All over the floor. And I was genuinely thinking, I was like, I don't know if I'm coming out of here alive.
Yeah, you might.
Like, I was so on edge. There was only 2 of them. Not like I turned up packed. Got my own arsenal. But yeah, there was only 2 of them. But yeah, it was so dodgy.
That does sound
very. And if I remember rightly, I was picking up some stuff that then I was then taking somewhere else to have them do the job.
Take this bag. Do not open the bag.
Oh Jesus! No.
So you drug one in a car. You needed to get sprayed. You needed to change the colour of the car under the cover of darkness.
I realised as I'm saying this out loud, it's sounding more and more like, that I was trying to conceal the car. I wasn't. The paint job was to restore it to its original colour. It wasn't going to change colour. It was just to repair some damage. But yeah, it was just so random. Like, I've never before just driven into somewhere and felt that uneasy, and I felt really uneasy.
I can imagine you did.
It was a weird moment. But yeah, sorry, with the chop shop, it kind of then leads into the big thing, the real big thing that we haven't covered off, and that is Vince and Ray, but mainly Vince.
We kind of had it. It's kind of been there all the time. Carla's always been there, as I said before, like the devil on his shoulder, but he's got Coach and he's got Ray and he's got like the job, all trying to keep him on the straight and narrow. But now things have come so desperate that he needs that money right now. And the only way to get that money quick, as we've seen with Billy and Rig, is to turn to crime. So we kind of thought he would, but I'm proud that he did all he could beforehand. But
he did all he could, but Ray gave hope.
Yeah.
Ray didn't shut it down completely. It sounded like he was going to maybe look into something. That's the,
it did, yeah.
That's the vibe I got, and with no further words shared. That's what I kind of envisaged happening.
Same.
It was annoying that he's kind of jumped to it. I get that time was of the essence for this, and they seemingly needed all the money up front.
It could take a week or whatever. She could be dead in a week. That's the way That's the way I was looking at it.
So it was definitely a high pressure situation, but it was heartbreaking when he was talking to his mum about why. And I've never touched drugs, and I've never had an influence on my life driven by drugs, so I really cannot relate.
No, it's not even it's not even that she like wants to be away from him or doesn't want to be with him. When addiction gets that, when you get that far into it, you don't think about other people. You don't think about what you're losing or what you're putting other people through. You're just trying to get your next fix.
Yeah.
It's not that she doesn't care about him or doesn't love him or doesn't want to be around. You're not thinking about that when you're that deep into it. So
Bill's hoodie.
Yeah, boy.
Unbelievable.
Christmas present. We're filming this 27th, is it? Yeah.
It won't be out for a while. We need to get ahead because I keep getting ill. But it was a packed episode. We've got so many things happening now. We've got the Vince storyline. Landry took an episode off. We've got the pregnancy storyline. I still just, even though she's had the abortion, I'm not sure if it is done. It potentially isn't. No. And obviously we've got the Chop Shop storyline, which could then merge into the Vince storyline.
There's a few storylines bubbling now. It's getting into the nitty gritty of this season as well.
And one thing I can tell you, someone is going to get hurt. Yeah. Please give the episode a like if you haven't done so already. Thank you so much for being with us on this one. We'll see you on episode 11.